toss that maybe the ball will come on a little bit. Maybe with the dew that'll happen more in the evening, but so far it's been a little bit slow.
Now the good part is that they know what they need to do. Larkana 135, so they can pace their inning accordingly, and we know what these two are capable of. Zishan, he's more of a hard-hitting batter who likes to go big. Zishan Malik alongside Asif Shafiq. Good that he's got that senior member on the other hand, the captain, so they'll know how to chase down this total 135 runs which they need to get. It's good that they have Asif Shafiq up the order. Usually we see him play at number 5 or 6 for Pakistan side, but in this shorter format in white ball cricket, he usually opens for Karachi, that he's played domestic cricket with. But he's up against very experienced Rahman Reis. Left arm seamer, he'll like bowling on this pitch. This pitch will suit his kind of bowling.
Yeah, you didn't see much swing in the first innings, so don't expect it'll do too much. Short little run up, skiddy run up. You've got a slip in place, which is, I always like it. I always like seeing this attacking field, try and take a couple of wickets. Third man is back and square leg. So expect him to just go across the right-hander with this field. A little bit of shape back in, just a little bit. Zishan gets off the mark. So Shafiq has been around for many years, and the thing when you're chasing a score like this is it's quite nice, isn't it, to go in there and think, you know what, I can just get myself in, play a couple of good cricket shots. You know, if they bowl a good over, it's okay. No need to panic. No ball, first ball. It'll have to be re-bowled. Sorry, maybe not a no ball. That's my apology. Just telling the bowler to wait. So one from the first delivery. A little bit of shape back in.
Asif Shafiq will know a lot about Rahman Reis, how to bowl, because they've been playing together in domestic cricket for all these years. Rahman Reis also from Karachi, Asif Shafiq also from Karachi. They play the local cricket, domestic cricket from the same side. Rahman Reis may not be the fittest anymore, but he's got that experience. He knows how to bowl. And especially, as I say, these pitches, they're the local team. They played lots of cricket here at National Bank Cricket Stadium. And he's got that experience and skill. Pace may not be there. The skill definitely is there. They do need early wickets. Oh, nicely driven. Beautiful start for Asif Shafiq. Width given. Good boundary for him.
From the gap. Get nice and still. Yep, right in line with the eyes. Stood on top of the bounce, and it's a classy shot. Too much width on offer. The only time that boundaries have been easy is when there has been width. Anything straight, change of pace, I find it really hard going. So Rahman Reis will clean up his act here.
Wedged it, but away from the fielder, who does well, who does really well at the third boundary. Definitely saving a couple of runs for the side. Rahman Reis definitely applauding him for his effort. That's what you need from these youngsters, just to be there, just to support the bowlers when you're defending a low total of 135. Your fielding needs to be spot on.
Yeah, brilliant. Chased it down, chased it hard, kept his eyes on the ball. That was the key. And most importantly, kept it away from that boundary. Just wonder if he's a little bit fine there. Could he go perhaps a little tad squarer? Points behind square, but not that much behind square. He's just been moved now. It's fine margins in these games. Boundary can be a huge thing. That's better. That's better. It's good running as well. Good understanding between these two. Yeah, I thought Sukkur didn't run very well between the wickets. I thought they were a bit lackluster in places. Times there were overthrows and batsmen were just cruising, you know, not picking up that crucial extra single. And for me, running between the wickets and fielding are two absolute controllables. You've got to. There's no excuse for not running between the wickets well or fielding well.
One boundary and the slip is gone. That's the trouble you have as a fielding captain. You have to defend 135. You have to stop the run scoring also. And same time looking to get wickets too. Oh, this good running. Excellent running by Zishan Anderson, realizing that he's played it with soft hands in the gap. Got that 1 run. So 9 runs coming off the first over for Rahman Reis. Asif Shafiq is off a good start. 7 runs he scored already in the first over. It will be interesting to see who bowls with Rahman Reis. By the look, it seems like Ahsan Bhatti, the left-arm spinner, to start off the proceedings. And that's Ahsan Bhatti, played for Lahore Qalandars this year's Pakistan Super League. He was a surprise package. Good all-round cricketer. Bats well in the middle. Bowls those fiery deliveries, quick deliveries, those armors. He's very good then. He's a good prospect for not just franchise cricket but for Pakistan cricket. Ahsan Bhatti played under 19 cricket for Pakistan also. So he's been around. He's got the skill. He's got the temperament too. Here he needs to get wickets early on for the team. Starts off with a flight which is being played towards that square leg area. That's easy pickings for Zishan Malik. That was asking to be hit, and he did.
Yeah, not a good start. But quick hands, good decision making. There's 2 men up there, and I always say early on when you're facing a left-arm spinner with a new ball, you've got to play him like a left-arm in-swinger. Ball's not going to grip much, so it's a good place to look.
Kept low. Got to be careful. We saw in that first inning few deliveries keeping low. So as a batter, you've got to be spot on with your decision making as far as the footwork is concerned. This definitely is a test for Zishan Malik. Again, keep it low. This will happen.
Yeah, you get 2 types of these left-arm spinners. Some you get the tall ones that give you a little bit of bounce and you can almost get underneath it. Then you get the skiddy little guys like Ahsan here, which is it's always difficult as a right-hander. You don't want to give too many, give the stumps away too much. They sort of sneak underneath you, hit you on the pad. So got to pick the length. Yeah, it's well bowled and well played in the end. I think it's going to be a real challenge chasing this score down. If the spinners bowl well, it's going to be a really, really tough challenge. There's not much pace to work from, and you'll probably see pace coming off as much as they can.
Yeah, one reason is that there's been lots of cricket being played here at National Bank Stadium from last 3 months, I would say. Starting off with National T20, which happened here, followed by President Trophy, which is still going on. Finals still to be played after this tournament. So we may think that pitches are being tired because they're being used for 3 months. That will definitely be a wide. So not a good start by Ahsan. The captain wanted a wicket, or maybe the control, but he's not given that so far.
See, he's trying to bowl wicket to wicket, trying to really cramp the batsman up. He doesn't want to give him much room. He's got a deep square leg. That's a better line. Better line. I like the intent though. Look at they're looking for singles. Sukkur looking for singles. Trying to stop these Larkana batsmen from sneaking a couple. The dignitaries come to watch. Ah, it's a nice looking shot. A little bit of width on offer. Even did the cameraman. I thought it'd gone for 4 as well. Well, that's 2 done. It's 19 for no wicket.
Rahman Reis will continue looking for a wicket. 15 for none already in 2 overs for Larkana. Good bowling. That's where you need to be most of the time. That length, the teasing length for Zishan.
Yeah, I just wonder if I was batting now against the new ball with mid-on, mid-off up, considering that there's not much pace to work for him. Again, you just see him rolling his fingers over. It's a good, clever bit of bowling. Do you use your feet? Is there a potential to run down and back yourself? Ball's hard, it's new. Mid-on, mid-off up. Very difficult against those kind of lengths. So if he keeps bowling like that, it'll be very hard to score. I'm not saying it's necessarily the right option, but if the ball is going to skid on, and if you are going to get an opportunity to go downtown, I always find that on slow wickets, this is the time to do it.
Yeah, the only positive is that they're only chasing 135, so they can take their time just a little. There's no need to hurry into things, because as long as Asad and Zishan stays, runs will come. They're getting a boundary each in the over, so that will work for them if they keep on rotating the strike just like that. Excellent running, played it with soft hands. It went straight to the fielder, but they ran so well that they completed this single quite easily. So that's good cricket. That is experience.
Yeah. And we saw Sukkur Patriots didn't do this. This is the difference. Look, it was a tight single, but I think he might have been gone there. But still, I think if you are on a slow wicket, you've got to take these singles, drop and run, go. If both of you go at the same time and you agree, 95% of the time you make it. It's funny how many singles are actually out there. And particularly these youngsters who are getting an opportunity to play with some of the senior guys. If you walk in with a senior player, make sure you're backing up. Make sure you're ready for that quick single, if anything.
And make sure you don't run him out. Especially if he's the captain. Good cricket, very good cricket by Asad.
It becomes a very quiet changing room, doesn't it? You run out the captain playing in your debut. I've had a few moments like that, that's for sure. Just have a very long shower. Make sure you're in the shower when the captain comes back in.
Absolutely. Although Asad is a very quiet man himself, but still is the captain. You just don't afford to run him out. He's a senior member too, a very classy batter too. So that's what Saad Naseem's trouble is. He needs to get wickets as well as he needs to stop the run flow too. How do you do that? Bowled beautifully over the fielder. Intentions were pretty clear that he wants to go over that mid-wicket fielder, and he got that boundary in style as he moves to 12.
Yeah, watch how early he takes this. This was the key to the shot. Really gets on that front foot, keeps his head nice and still and stays on it. Yeah, it's a nice looking shot on a slow wicket. It's not easy to time. We've seen a lot of players hit those up in the air and them go a little bit errant, but this time he's shown full command of that. So Zishan is looking good. Little partnership developing now. 21 approaching the end of the third over. Field change as a result of that shot. Third man comes up deep. Mid wicket goes back, so there's a deep square leg and a deep mid wicket. I have a feeling it might be another short one. Yeah, it's good bowling, good comeback. Ends the third, it's 21 for no wicket.
Zishan, Asad still there, 12 for Zishan, 8 for Asad, 3 overs, 21 for none. At the moment, Larkana challenges in pursuit of 135 runs. Down the track, over the head, beautiful timing. The force is quite there behind him, all the way for a 6. So the footwork we've been talking about, coming down the track and going downtown.
Beautiful batting. Just waited for this one to be tossed up a little bit. Yeah, it's a beautiful shot, isn't it? Lots of bat through the line of the ball. That was the key to that shot. But watch how he didn't commit too early. Pressure on Hassan now. He's into his second over. Hasn't quite got his line and length right. It's very nice batting. Good experience.
Just love this man's passion for game. Asif Shafiq, after all these years, he's got that hunger to perform and keep on scoring runs, no matter what the format is. He's always there, hungry for runs and to perform, not just with the bat, but in the fielding. I think he's been tremendous all throughout the season. The domestic season of Pakistan, he's been right there with his fitness, the movement around. It's just been brilliant. This one again keeping low. It's not easy when you've played international cricket for more than 70 test matches, still coming to domestic cricket, hungry for runs, hungry to perform. It's just brilliant.
Yeah, it isn't easy. I certainly found it tough in many ways. I suppose a lot depends on the body, the condition of the body, and it's a nice, delicate little fine paddle. So again, Hassan really struggling with his lines. Remind Race fell an effort, but I think it's going to be 4. Yeah, it's just not getting his lines right, is he? Angling down the leg side, and batsmen are really tucking in here, so a good bit of batting.
Yeah, he's all over the place at the moment, Ahsan Bhatti. He's given the new ball just to give that control, but he's given away lots of runs, 17 already. That's not what you expect of a left-arm spinner bowling early on with the new ball. But he's probably confused a little where to bowl, which line to bowl, and which pace to bowl out on this pitch. This is just the second game, probably as the tournament progresses. These boys will know these conditions better. They'll get used to it. The combination of the teams will get better. So we expect that to happen in this tournament as it progresses. It's all about the exposure for the Sindh boys. Such a wonderful opportunity for everyone involved from Sindh. Again, edged it, not quite in control, Zishan.
Yeah, I think you've got to err on the side of bowling a little bit slower. I think he's tried to skid it through a bit, and it's given the batsman opportunity with pace on. I think this wicket has definitely been very difficult to force the pace. You've seen bowlers take pace off and batsmen trying to actually hit the ball, and that's where they've lost their timing or lost their balance. That's a bad line again. Asad Shafiq has been down the wicket once, hit him over the top, and now he's just sat back and laced this one through the offside. It's a very commanding shot. This one, there we go. Good foot movement, shows his off stump. And the right-hander, the experienced right-hander, gets 4. It's 4 overs done. It's 37 for no wicket.
.37 for no loss. They seem to have charted out the way they want to chase this. 135 to win, so no chances to be taken, and they're looking good with no wickets fallen. 4 overs gone. Mahmood Ali, right arm medium fast from the University Road end. Straight through the line. Nice looking shot by Zishan Ashraf, a maximum. We haven't seen many straight shots in the V on this pitch as it's been gripping, but this shot was really well done. It was slightly over pitched, and he's played that through the line straight over the bowler for a maximum.
This is a very good opening partnership. They're just releasing the pressure. Oh, lovely shot. Just the bottom hand taking over. You could see as he got the elevation. he was leading with that front arm and then that bottom hand pushing it and making sure that the elevation was there and it went all the way. Excellent shot.
Oh, this time on the onside, another maximum. Easy as you like. Wrong line, shorter length on this occasion, and Zishan Malik pounced on it immediately. It was a good bounce, he was in a good position. You'd say he's helped it on its way.
See, this is the problem when you're defending a small score. And if you don't strike early, you just let that early advantage to the opposing team. In this case, Larkana. Their Larkana challengers are doing brilliantly. They got to 49 in 5 overs. And when you look at the struggle Suckers had, they just couldn't get that ball off the square. Larkana bowlers were all over them.
Nicely into the gap. That's well fielded. Surely, if had passed the fielder, there was no point chasing that. They come back for 2. Yeah, but the score now 50 up, 51 for no loss. It's a clear cut out thing for Sukkur. They have to bowl them out. It's less than 100 from here on.
That's easier said than done. Looking at the way this pair is batting, they haven't really given them a glimpse of a chance. We've seen the way they've controlled things. They have just not been intimidated at all. And the thing is, runs starting to flow easily. They're scoring runs quickly. Look at this over. They've already got what? 15 runs of the first 4 balls. So you could see that there is pressure immediately on the Sukkur fielders and bowlers. So the decision by Asad to bowl first, proving to be having great dividends as far as they are concerned.
Well, at the end of the innings, Saad Naseem gave a short interview to Misha and he's saying we're targeting 150. I'd still say gripping surface, slightly slow, but still 150 is tough to defend. Power score has been 180 on this square. It's also about the fact that you mentioned that Sukkur did not really plan the way want to score when they were batting first. Something that was majorly missing. Yes, the boundaries weren't coming, but they didn't do themselves any favors with running between the wickets. Many occasions they had 2s available in these big square of the boundaries and they were just not there, taking singles. So in all reality, they probably 15 short with those 2s and 1s that they missed. And now also give credit to the Larkana bowlers who were very, very good. They were using the conditions very well. They understood what's required on this pitch. Umayyad Asif, very economical. Shahnawaz Dani doing the best with cleaning up the tail, getting 4 wickets. So they bowled as a unit rather than individual brilliance. Again shot, again pulled away. Another boundary. This has been a very expensive over. 21 coming off it from Mahmoor. It's 54 for no loss.
It's a 3-4 run. क्या हुआ सक्कर बड़ा खामोश दिखाई दे रहा है सक्कर
You see the bottom of your screen, 77 of 90. It just tells you how far behind at the moment the bowling side is. And with the previous over 21, with the pace Mahmoor has, the captain needs to talk to him. He can't be bowling that shorter length. All the time in the world, the ball is sitting nice in front of the eye line of the batter. And he puts you away for 2 maximums and a boundary in the over. Sunset in Karachi, the city of lights will now come to life. Pretty laid back, you know, I've never seen a city where shops open at 11, lunch is at 4, and then at 10 o'clock people go out for tea.
I've seen you.
Oh, see, there you go. There you go. So I am from here.
Yeah, I know. I called you in the morning and you didn't pick up, so obviously I knew you were asleep.
Mornings are for bankers. We just saw that ground next door. That's a national coaching center, a facility that's been used by many athletes and cricketers to train. That's down the leg side again. He just seems, Saad Naseem, the captain of the fielding side, not much he can do as a captain. The bowlers are not doing the basics right. Imran Randhawa has got some experience. Yeah, it's just the very first ball. Don't want to be too critical, but yeah, trying to angle that in. The wrist is way too down, fine leg. Again down the leg. Come on, very ambitious. What are you thinking? And again, their decisions. Randhawa is a finisher. Bats 6 or 7. Send him at number 3. I don't know what they were thinking.
See, what I see here is, as you say, he's just pushing down the leg side, clearly down the leg side. The bowlers are trying hard. They need wickets. They know they're quite desperate. They need these wickets to try and strike back. And trying hard, they appear to be playing into the hands of the batters. Larkana, who's just started cashing in on some really average and friendly deliveries. Those sixers we did see, drag downs and quite easily done. Now this over, Imran has been going down the leg side more than starting outside the off stump. Now that short third comes into the circle, so he's having that offside field fairly tight, but no cover behind them, so he's got to be tight. That's a bit predictable. You have that kind of field, you have 2 men on the leg side, and you'll be looking to bowl straight. And now with his in-swing, the chances are that those straight deliveries will keep sliding down the leg side. So the short fine leg fielder will have to be watching, because a fine tickle would be in 4, and it's from that line, likes of Ashad Shafiq would love it on the pads.
Yeah, once it gets past that short fine, which is only a screen, there's no way you can chase and win that race as a fielder. And you're absolutely right. It's a 5-4 field, offside field. That's much better. Much, much better.
See, that would be the line he'll want to bowl, but there he would want some movement back into the right-hander. But if the ball holds its line and at that length, Asad Shafiq will fancy himself to hit it through extra cover or even over mid-off, because he's not express in pace. We've seen batters tending to hit balls on the up and clearing that mid-off and mid-on fielders. So he's got to be very, very careful and got to be controlled. Ideally, would be looking to swing it back from outside the off stump and just curtailing the drive.
Yeah, slower one. This could be 2, easy 2, but no, they decide against it. What I like from the Larkana batters is not just that they're looking to chase this down, they're looking to finish this off quickly. Keep themselves with a very healthy run rate. I like that positive approach from what we see up till now. And they've had a good look while fielding what the surface is doing and what's not required. They're not allowing the conditions to take the better of them.
Yeah, this is a tough ask. Really tough ask for the Suckers. They do need wickets, and they need wickets quickly. This has been a good over. Imran, in fairness, has been good wicket to wicket, and he's been around that off stump. Been a little bit predictable as an in-swing bowler. Batters seem to read him or work him off his hand, because they do see him swinging back and pushing the ball back into the right-hander. Love to see him bowl a delivery that holds its line from around the off stump or even straighter, so that the batter could be deceived looking to play across or looking to work the ball through mid-wicket.
Again, deep square leg in action. A single to end the power play. It's 64 for no loss, Larkana. It tells you the comparison. Official signal of the power play ending. 39 versus 64. And that too, they had 2 down. They had no wickets down. Far superior. 3 down rather.
Now this is going to be interesting. We're going to see some spin. Yasir Shah. What a champion he is. Well, not figuring in the international makeup for Pakistan, but when on song, he's a tough competitor.
This could be the only inroads that Sukkur can hope. On this pitch, with his experience, spin can do the magic. Catch it was the call, was never going to the fielder. Never was close to that fielder.
No surprises here. They'll look to attack him because we do know that when you look at the white ball format, when you look at T20 cricket, the bowlers that have really done well, that's a drag down, that's a poor delivery. Bowlers that have done really well are the wrist spinners. Teams or opposing teams would want them to bowl, wouldn't want them to get in and get into that groove. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Larkana batters, they look to take him on early. Just try and not let him bowl, not let him settle in. First delivery was a rather loose drag down.
Pushing hard with the first round. This is a good competition. As a Shafiq versus Yasir Shah. I think Yasir will be more than happy to bowl to Zishan Malik. He's the aggressor and Yasir wouldn't mind if he tries to go after him. That will create an opportunity. Asad is a little more calm. He's more compact and focused on how he wants to go with his innings.
See, I rate Yasir Shah very highly. Seen him do magic for Pakistan. Bit surprised that he's lost out of favour. We've not followed his cricket too much domestically, so I don't know where he is in terms of performance. I do know that he captains a domestic team, but I wonder. That's gone fine. Good piece of work. A short fine leg. I just wonder how somebody of his quality is struggling to get into that main side. But I think Pakistan is in need of some quality spinners at that level.
I just believe if you go back 10 years or maybe a little more, Pakistan is not really invested in spin as far as their backup is concerned. So they had Saeed Ajmal for the longest time. They had him for the longest time. Once they get injured or they're not available, then there's a huge gap. Like we were talking about yesterday, that never had a left-arm wrist spinner, ever. There are a few now in the circuit. Sufyan Mukim being one. We'll come back to that. 7 overs gone, 71 for no loss. For no loss. Coming back to our chat about spinners. Yeah, we talk about the red ball format. Yeah, they're looking for someone who can be invested in for a longer period of time. There are quite a few youngsters around, but in the absence of Yasir Shah not being in favour for a while now in the Test match format, you see that various options have been tried. You just mentioned Noman. Then there is a new boy. Not really new, but he's around. He's a youngster, Abrar, who's the mystery bowler.
Abrar, yeah. Noman got 7 wickets against Sri Lanka in a Test match. I was wondering why he was not figuring in those Test matches against Australia. Abrar, I know, was injured, but Noman got 7 in a game that virtually won Pakistan that second Test match when Sri Lanka was desperately trying to draw the series. See, and also you spoke about not investing into spin bowlers in Pakistan, but go back, I think Pakistan, the days I remember is Intikhab Alam. That's the first kind of spin I remember. And just going back from there, or coming more towards the modern day. Some great names that play for Pakistan. I'm sure they're role models for young kids to follow. Abdul Qadir, I think, Danesh Khaneria, Mushtaq Ahmed, Tausif Ahmed. Then I think there was Iqbal Qasim, left arm spinner. I mean, the list is quite long. Some really good names that have won games for Pakistan in the red ball format. Saeed Ajmal. Then, of course, Yasir Shah. So you're not served by quality spinners. You've had quality spinners to compete at the highest level in the past. But I think it's just now that you find that vacuum.
Good single that. It's a good call from the non-striker. Yeah, I don't know if I should use the word invested. They are investing. They haven't really found someone. My thing has been that when you have a frontline spinner, and if he's injured for any reason, he's not available, then your second best is not that best. And that's where you invest, where your bench strength should be. It's that strong. And in recent times, you just get that feeling. That's a reverse, nicely fine touch from Asad Shafiq. Very unlike Asad Shafiq, but he's developed these shots and he's rewarded with a boundary. Talking about how sides, some reason, even in red ball, have started opting for part-time spinners. So Salman Ali Agha has been in favour. He offers you with something with the bat and he bowls you good off-spin. Similarly, you can see Kamran Ghulam. He's not your front-line spinner, but he's bowling here. I know it's a T20 format, so yeah, the part-time spinners have taken the preference for some reason. Just over Ashraf. Not much he can do about that. That might go another boundary. Reverse sweeps is working. This wasn't that confident a shot, but nevertheless, the result is the same.
It's turning out to be a lovely evening here at the National Bank Stadium, Karachi. Yasir Shah, oh, chopped it on very nearly. He was looking to charge, pushed it through a little bit quicker. Yasir Shah, that's a straighter one. Just look at this. He's down the track and then played it very late and could have easily chopped it onto his stumps. I think it hit the keeper. Yeah, there's some attention. They go through this. Is it the batter? I don't know. I think is it the keeper that has got hit? But anyway, he looked to play it and he very nearly chopped it onto the stumps. This is clever bowling by Yasir.
It is the keeper whom the doctor is having a look at. And once again, keeper who is not a regular keeper. He's a batter who can keep. And we have seen Zishan Ashraf keep in first-class cricket, in PSL also. And we have seen teams suffer because of this non-regular wicket-keeping option. This is something which can have an effect on the result of a game. Having non-regular keepers hasn't been good for most teams. So we are all set to begin, and Yasir Shah to bowl the second delivery of his over. So great start, 83 for no loss, and Larkana, both the openers doing really well.
Yeah, really professional performance here, that's for sure. Oh no, I think that's going to be 4, you know. Salman, I think he's a bit of a shocker there, has to be said. He was lying on the boundary. We'll go upstairs, but what do you think about this?
Yasir Shah seems furious and disappointed both at the same time. This one was pulled in the gap and obviously made a mess of it. And then, one arm on the rope and the other touching the ball. Has to be a boundary. So maybe this quick opening partnership can make up for the lost time in the game.
Well, we hope so. We really do hope so. We had a really late finish last night, but it's the start of a new tournament, so players are getting used to conditions and things and coaches, and there's always a few teething problems, but it's been some excellent cricket. Larkana well on their way to winning this first day match. Just seems to be getting a little bit easier, would you say, second innings?
Yes, the pitch is like that. We have seen a lot of cricket being played here in the last couple of months, and all the teams who win the toss, they mostly elect to bowl first because they know for batting it gets better as the day goes along, and it is doing so again.
Yeah, the dew factor was really played its part last night in the first opening match. Saw scores in excess of 180, so it shows the difference it can make. Yasir Shah, he's been the difference for Pakistan. He certainly was for many years. Wonderful bowler, great control, really gets the ball through. It's the end of his second, end of the ninth, 90 for no wicket. There we go. Full moon. Or was that the sun going down? There's a few laughs going on in the back here. I can't actually work it out, but the sun is going down. Let's put it that way. Perhaps it is the sun. It's a very red-looking moon, if it was. Anyway, hopefully the sun shines on Imran. He's had a fantastic first start on that first over. Again, excellent control, the slower ball bouncer. Found that very effective when Larkana bowled. They did an excellent job with it, didn't they? They bowled straight, they bowled a lot of slowies. You almost have to bowl your sort of stock delivery as the surprise.
Yes, it's not easy to hit, especially when the boundaries are decent size. The slower short ball is difficult to get away for most batters, and we have seen it being used to very good effect over here tonight and previously in the previous games. Both these batters now are in a position of command. 91 for no loss. Both are experienced players, both in their 40s. Obviously Zishan very close to his half century, so important for them to finish it, keeping the command with them.
Yeah, nice to see Asad Shafiq. He looks really focused, doesn't he? A man who's played in excess of 70 test matches and been around for many years, to still have the hunger and the desire. I found it quite difficult at times with injuries, and body started hurting at latter stages of my career. It certainly does make it a challenge when you're spending all your time in the gym trying to get physios, and people don't often see what goes on behind the scenes, you know. So credit to Asad for keeping himself in such good nick.
Asad has captained the Karachi team this season, won the national T20 title as the captain. So he's done pretty well throughout the season, played all formats, and now he's playing this league. And he's already announced his retirement as well. So maybe this is the last season we see him play. And maybe that is also a determination that is keeping him going, trying to finish on a high note.
There it is, beautiful evening here, red hues and colours in Karachi, as this one's whacked away over a square leg in the gap. There's three men out on the leg side, and Asad Shafiq doesn't miss out when one presents itself like that. So approaching the 100-run partnership, Asad Shafiq approaching his 50. Zishan is one shy, just 38 from 62 balls now.
Another short one and slower one too many, and a batter like Asad Shafiq, a man of his class, would not spare them in the gap. An easy boundary for him, easy pickings. So Sukkur, they need miracles, not a miracle.
There's again, it's in the gap, but he hasn't quite got hold of it. Yeah, right from the start, I thought their intent was outstanding. You compare that to Sukkur, just they're running between the wickets. Asad Shafiq was right on the button from the moment go. Both of them, there was a good understanding between them. Zishan, they came through for singles when perhaps you would doubt whether there was one. And it's those, it's that intent that I think you have to get right. Fielding and running between the wickets. So important in this form of the game. Every run, every single. So that's the halfway point. It's too shy of 100. Yeah, big difference there. Big difference. Larkana challenges 37 runs ahead at this halfway point, which just shows how good they've been, both in running between the wickets and making sure they put the bad ball away.
To their credit, also they've done it without the loss of any wicket, which makes this partnership huge and very dominating. So Zishan on strike, he's on 49, Asad on 47. Both the batters going at great pace. 49 of 33 for Zishan and 47 of 28 for Asad.
Oh, that one again. You're a tennis fan, Salman?
Yes, I've watched quite a bit of tennis. Roger Federer, I've watched him live as well. The Qatar Open final in Qatar, yes. And live tennis is a different sight than watching it on television.
That's a good bit of fielding. So he'll come through for his 50. It's a very well played innings. 50 from 34 deliveries, and as you'd expect, well applauded by his team. A match-winning innings it is. Just in excess of 30 now to get them over the line. 2 sixes, 5 fours. He's played really well. Yasir Shah to continue. Again, it's good batting. It's well bowled as well. A little bit slower. Yeah, the Australian Open on at the moment. Djokovic got thrashed. Can you believe it? Didn't make the final, and we've got a scintillating semi-final at the moment. Medvedev versus Zverev. So if you're a tennis fan, but right now it's all about this. We've got a fantastic match on our hands. Another one coming up straight after this. 100 up, 100 partnership. Zishan on 50, Asad 48. And it's been in complete control.
Yeah, reasonably quiet over this one from the batters compared to what we have seen from nearly every over has gone for more runs. Just that this one has been a bit quiet. Driven down the ground, and the fielder will come around. Will be only one. So 11 gone, or is it 1 to go? 1 to go.
Get a few fans start coming in for the evening game. Saw a nice vibe, a nice energy last night. Such good temperature, playing conditions. See the players are enjoying it. Yasir Shah's got a smile. He'd like a wicket. He could do with a wicket. He's bowled 3 overs. He's done well. He's gone for 20. It's 104 for no wicket. 11 overs gone, 104 for no wickets, coming to the end of game number 1 for day 2, match 2. 31 from 54. Hassan Bhatti, he's back on, had 2 overs up top. Didn't quite get his line right. It's thumped through the offside, it'll just be a single. And Asad Shafiq will bring up his 50. So very, very well played from the skipper.
Yes, excellent knock coming up the order, taking that opening position all by himself and delivering and doing it all in such a nice way, commanding the game. Having a look at his strokes, the opening partnership, they've hit the ball to all parts of the park, using the pace of the ball and also using power. Once again, cut hard and another boundary. So runs are coming thick and fast now, 109 they are. And Larkana in absolute control of the game.
Nice and relaxed. 26 to win. Yeah, Zishan has played really well, hasn't he? It's been the singles, and it's been the running between the wickets and the impetus provided by these 2 openers. Took a lot of confidence going into the rest of the tournament. We saw a 100 partnership yesterday, so this is the second one. You don't often see 100 for no wicket, do you, in T20 cricket, such as the frenzied nature of the game?
Yes, not many times a partnership of this magnitude takes place. And this is a position which they can use to get a net run rate, which might come into play in the later part of the tournament. They shouldn't slow down from here. So Hassan Bhatti comes in. And this one has been smashed over extra cover. Wonderful use of the feet and playing an elegant stroke. A great cricketing shot. 4 runs.
Yeah, watch this. This was a lovely shot. Wasn't quite at the pitch. Just delays, and then boom. Places it beautifully through the extra cover gap. Yeah, you can do that when you've got 50 behind your name. 21 to win, 13 fours and 3 sixes. So it's been a measured response. They've played with maturity and intelligence. Sukkur will have to go back to the drawing board, it seems. They were put into bat, so it wasn't easy. Conditions were perhaps a little bit harder in terms of run scoring. The wicket was holding a little bit turning. A few dignitaries have come to watch these matches. There'll be plenty in tonight. There'll be another cracking game, so don't go anywhere. Full shot this time. Hassan Bhatti hasn't quite got his lines and his pace right tonight.
Yes, he has struggled most of this spell with his line, with his length, and also the pace. It is so important, Nick, that you, as a bowler, you need to know what pace to bowl at on different pitches, in different conditions. And he certainly hasn't found his tonight.
Swept hard and swept for 4. He's getting some tap, is Hassan Bhatti. That ends 12 overs. There's only 16 to go. It's 119 for no wicket.
Complete domination by Larkana challenges. They just need 16 more runs of 48 deliveries, and guess what? They've got 10 wickets in hand to do it. What a way to do it. As I welcome along Rashan Abhisingh alongside me. A very good evening for Larkana and yourself.
Yeah, good evening, Ali. Yeah, it is a little bit too easy. And there have been some wonderful shots like that. The reverse sweep, the conventional sweep, that's Asad Shafiq. We've seen some outstanding batting by this pair of batters. When we looked at the way The Sukkur Patriots struggled as a batting unit on this pitch. Well, we felt that, 130 plus would be a score that they would want to challenge the batters, but it hasn't happened. And credit to this pair, they have not held anything back.
Big, very big. That's all the way towards long on boundary. Making it look so easy, Asad Shafiq. He's moved to 65 with that 6.
Yasir Shah, he's looking for wickets. He just threw it up a little bit too late in the day, looking for this wicket. And Asad Shafiq, as you said, just went really hard. Slower, a little bit higher. But one thing that the Larkana batters have done well is that they just kept attacking. It may be a small score thereafter. They're just not letting the bowlers dictate. They're just creating so much pressure now. You could see that, though they wasn't too fatal. They only took a single. So when you create that pressure at the top by attacking, and then you start making the target smaller, it's obvious that he keeps telling on the bowlers, and that's what we see here.
Absolutely. I think the combination of Zishan and Asad has worked. Asad has got that experience and the skill, and Zishan is more of flamboyance, has got that flair in him. 38 deliveries for 60. Although Asad is not far behind, 37 ball. In fact, he's ahead of him. So that shows the quality that these two have. So they've made it look so easy, these runs, chasing these runs through some quality cricket. That's a very good start to the tournament for Larkana. If they're able to win this game with 10 wickets in hands, with this should, only 3 runs to get. That will give them a lots of boost in their net run rate too. Winning it with 10 wickets early on in the tournament. It's always good to have those wins. Wonderful batting. Wonderful batting. Playing it straight. Realizing Yasir Shah is not turning the ball much. So it's good, always good to play it straight.
See, I was very excited to see Yasir Shah bowling. We've seen how good wrist spinners are in T20 cricket. So I was expecting Yasir Shah to come on and do something different. You may not be a big turner of the ball. You may not turn the leg break a lot. But the wrist spinners, they have so much, such a bag of tricks that they carry with them. They just keep changing the pace. That's the end of the over. 134 without loss.
$134 without loss. That means the score is the level. 134 was scored by Sukkur batting first. They've done it with 10 wickets in hand. Courtesy Asad and Zishan. That's it, end of the game. They've done it in some style, some flair by Asad Shafiq and Zishan Malik. Having 10 wickets in hand, they've won this game. And they've won it quite convincingly. They've dominated all throughout this 20 overs. In fact, 33 overs that the game has progressed. So it's a great win to have early on in the first game. You can tell by the faces they're happy with this performance. They've been brilliant with the ball, fielding in all departments. And Asad Shafiq, with all his experience, stayed there till the end and made sure that the team wins the game quite easily.
He did everything right, from the point of calling correctly at the toss, making the decision to bowl first, and then himself coming out and making a statement. Like that. I like that positivity as captain. Experienced player, just doesn't leave it for anybody. And sometimes these small scores can be challenging. It can be pretty tricky. I mean, when you have 200, now these are some of the highlights of the openers. Take a look at these shots. Very severe. Anything loose, the horizontal shot was out. Not afraid to come down the pitch. Going big and going over the top. Those soft skills. And then real authentic cricket shots, the cuts, the pulls. It was studded with some real quality batting.
Absolutely. judged this lengths perfectly, played spinners equally well as fast bowlers. Different shots we saw, reverse sweeps, sweeps, every type of shot we've seen this in this partnership. Wonderful to have. There was no power hitting, it was proper creating shots, as we say, over the extra covers, sweep shots, you name it. We've been in this partnership and now they've won this game quite comfortably. Lots of work to be done for Sukkur. Saad Naseem, the captain of him, I think they need to bring some X factor in the bowling department because the batting looks okay. Zishan, well, Sharjeel Khan got out early on, but still they recovered and scored 135. But it was their bowling that was pretty disappointing. They could not get even one wicket in this innings, so that's where they need to work on.
A thoroughly convincing win, no doubt about it. Smashing win, you can call it. Winning by 10 wickets was plenty of time to spare. As you said, those net run rates can be extremely useful going deep into the tournament. Seshan 63 of 40. Nazad Shafiq, the captain, even better, 68 of 39. Just a walk in the park for them, for the Larkana challengers. They win quite convincingly. Take a look at this. Roman at the top was all right, but the rest of the bowling, they have very little to show. Imran, just 2 overs going at 7 runs, and then Yasir, I expected a little bit more than that. Especially when you're defending a small score, you would expect Yasir to play a role and try and get wickets in the middle. This is how the game ended. Quite a convincing win. Larkana winning by 10 wickets.
Yeah, we're going to take a break here. We'll come back with the presentation ceremony.
It's time for the Sindh Premier League cricket fever to hit the City of Lights.